Greetings everyone, Joe Davis, Southern New Hampshire University, Justice 224, Legal Research Methods, and today we're going to talk just briefly about discussion 5.1. The actual question or prompt as it's called, reminding, this first bullet reminds you that case law comes from appellate court decisions where judges listen to the facts of a case, then they interpret the facts of that case, generally speaking, on a procedural basis. Okay, so we're going to consider the application of case law, then respond to the following question in your initial post, and that is, does it make a difference if the facts surrounding a case are considerably different from an interpretation of the law? So you have all the facts for all the different legal issues that are in the private Dan Benny Victor case. And so we can take any of the easy ones. Since we're looking at case law, let's look at they push mom out of the way and search the residence. Is that an unlawful search? For general information, as I have mentioned in the past, the normal remedy for that would be the evidence is not admitted, it's a fruit of the tainted tree. However, it might be construed as a civil rights violation. So that's what you have to look at, is the facts of that particular case. And in this case, Victor's a 13-year-old juvenile. He shoots a U.S. soldier 4 times out in a public place. We don't have an exact time frame, but we know reasonably soon, we can imply that the police identify Victor, come to the house, mom's evasive, doesn't let them in, they go in, they find Victor. Victor leaps out the window, and then more things happen. So what we need to do is find a case that matches the facts of our case. This goes all the way back to milestone number 1 with the fact pattern analysis. And that's why I kept telling you over and over and over, this thing builds and builds and builds. So you go back and look at your fact pattern analysis, then you do your secondary source research, Nexus Lexis through Shapiro Library so you don't have to pay, Cornell Legal Information Institute, things like that. And you you search and you find a case that is similar, and it has to be very similar, almost exactly similar. So you're not looking for, and someone had written in one of the classes about a case where the case they cited, police officers get a silent burglar alarm, go to the house, the front door is open, they go inside and search the house, and they find drugs, paraphernalia, whatever. They seize that evidence and then go and arrest the suspect. Those facts aren't anything like the case involving the police and Victor's mother. I hope that's clear to you. In one, Victor's mom says, nope, I haven't seen him. He's not here. Okay, get out of the way, we're coming in. They're looking for Victor. In the other case, the police are called to a residence. They find something suspicious. The front door is open. They go inside, what they're paid to do, what's reasonable for them to do, expected of them to do. They find dope, seize the dope. So that the facts of those two situations aren't the same. So now you need to explain in your response and provide specific examples from your research. You need to say that in Davis v. California, Joe Davis was and da-da-da-da-da-da, and it has to be very, very similar. I'll harp on this just a little bit more. There were some others about whether you can be tried as an adult or whether you can be culpable for the crime. The facts of the case, your fact pattern analysis, you would need to go back and find 13-year-old ADD, abused as a child, gang affiliate, kills a government employee or attempts to kill a government employee. I mean, it's got to be that specific. Okay, so what I would suggest to help you is you review Learning Module 5 Overview, or you can watch the mini lecture. These facts that were determined by the original trial court, these facts are important. When the appellate court makes its decision, it's on these facts, and so you need to apply those. And then finally, the last part is that if the law seems to apply to your case, but the facts, excuse me, not the last part, I apologize. If the law seems to apply to your case, but the facts this law was decided upon are totally different, the case law may not apply. Okay, the facts are always relevant to the application of case law. And that's what attorneys argue in court, is that the case that the opposing attorney cited isn't relevant. Okay? In response to your peers, you need to challenge their opinions and identify where you agree or disagree with their initial response. Hope this helps a little bit. Keep those cards and letters coming. Let me know if there's anything I can do to help.